Fantasian. Thank you for watching. If you were just hanging out for the reactions, this may not be for you, but it's for everyone. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm gonna warn you early that this game starts like a Final Fantasy game, so you won't have any idea what's going on. There's a lot of anime bullshit. I'm not really upselling it, am I? The music's fantastic. Just hang around for the music. It's got the juice. It's got Hironobu Sakaguchi, game director of Final Fantasy 1 through 6. It's got Nobuo Uematsu. I really am worried that it did that. Gotta turn off Steam input. It's probably fine. Yes, the Gooch is back. Thank you to Square for providing me a code. Eternally grateful of that. They're gonna pop up on the right monitor. It will! Dude, this is a day I've been waiting for years. A proper PC release for Fantasian. I get to play part 2 now. Okay, backgrounds are reasonably crisp. Must max out all graphics. Hard. Hard for maximum game. Look at that tasteful card. Like you've just stepped into an elegant cocktail lounge. Yes, this is the game that was only on Apple Arcade for the longest time, but it really does have the charm of classic Final Fantasy. But I think part of that is also remembering that classic Final Fantasies were kind of goofy. You can set it to 120 FPS, but I'm streaming at 60, so I keep it locked at 60. I swear it sounds like freaking TIE fighters. The Mechteria. Yeah, this game feels like a PlayStation 1 Final Fantasy. It doesn't quite have the Nomura flavor. But it's got the juice in every other way, that's for sure. All I know is Gomez loves his hot Latino wife. Good. Gomez is a real man. I tried playing Terra Battle a little bit. I think it just didn't run very well on my phone. Missed a lot of the show. Outside of Doom, what seemed interesting? Any big news? The T game had a very heartfelt trailer. Spine had a new thing that showed off a couple new clips.
Leo, are you okay?
Oh, we got voice acting?
The magical explosion appears to have rendered Master Leo inoperative. The detonation radius is increasing. If we do not quickly leave, we are doomed.
Come on, Leo. Reboot. Reboot. That thing is coming back.
Oh yeah, the the blockchain game from CCP, the EVE Online side game universe. It's certainly interesting from a headspace perspective.
What? What's going on?
Reboots.
I know there were, as is kind of becoming common, very spoiled thing to say, but as is becoming common with showcases like that, just a full gaggle of games that look pretty cool. Like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'd play that.
Fighting in this Thaumatech factory. These explosions are the result.
What? No, hang on a sec.
Uh-oh, we've got company.
Deepest Fear. Total Chaos. Yeah, looked really cool. Sonokuni, excuse me.
What was I doing here?
Master Leo, please get a hold of yourself.
I'm covering Leo, hold on. Just for the sake of illustrating the battle system.
Deploying barrier.
I don't know if they get into many of the interesting details right away. You can see the turn list in the bottom.
Are you deflecting their shots?
This battle theme, man. It really is Uematsu at his most like acid jazz, kind of unhinged, weird, drifty. But it's still got the hallmarks. It's got like the anvil clanging that's kind of from Seven's battle theme. That like syncopated piano. I've heard so much music that sounds like Uematsu, and this certainly does, but in like a new way that only he can really do. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of Danny Elfman. Like people can sound like Danny Elfman, but nobody can write a new song that sounds like Danny Elfman. Do you get to play the new Indiana Jones today? I do. Yeah, it unlocks in like an hour and a half.
Correct. My barrier can block attacks of this caliber. However, it will not last forever. Please select Fight to attack an enemy.
You got it.
Here I come.
Here I come. Yeah.
Ha!
This game has a very
There's too many of them.
borderline Chrono Trigger coded battle system. There's a lot of like radial and
They target multiple enemies.
yeah, direct line hit abilities. Happy 420 Central. Yes, happy 420 Central. It is pretty gratifying to like find the right pixel where you hit 3 enemies instead of 2.
Are you alright? The barrier nullifies a certain amount of damage, but it can only withstand a limited number of attacks. I will also use skills and items to support you, Master Leo. Activating defense system.
Now I'm pumped up. These robots, where did they come from?
Ow!
But yeah, I really love the backgrounds. It's little like just the imperfections of all the little slats in the floor, the kind of bubbly, warbly nature. I don't know, the lack of precision and the kind of handcrafted look of all the backdrops, to me, are just so perfectly representative of like PS1 RPGs, the pre-rendered backgrounds.
Time to end this. Miss me.
Those had a particular scale to them too. Spray paintedness, yeah. And the fact that it is like, it's real authentic lighting since it's a photograph. But that was kind of the point of the pre-rendered backgrounds in PS1 Final Fantasy games, is you could bake in lighting. So they were all very like, very dramatic with their shadows and their points of light and their like spotlights and color. And that's the same visual effect you get with a photograph.
Okay, well I've got one thing figured
Like
out. We're in trouble if we
low
don't
light
out here.
perspective instead of just uniform
Roger. Execute
ambient
the
light,
escape order.
or both really. But
Run before that thing gets here.
9 has the best backgrounds. Yeah, I definitely want to play 9 again with the Moguri mod. What if there's treasure this way? Oh, I can't go that way. Ooh. It's nice to see the characters and screen scroll really smoothly. I played this on a somewhat underpowered MacBook before, so this is a nice update. Oh.
Activating defense system. Combat support online.
You're done.
You love the backgrounds? Yeah, I love them too.
All's well that ends well.
I think it gets even better when you go into other environments. Even things like an idyllic fantasy village in the woods becomes crazy charming when all the trees have been like crafted. And every little bit of underbrush is just like bits of fluff that they glued down. Ah, yeah, it is similar to a Final Fantasy VIII track. Never Look Back. The synth for sure. Hold on. Now I want to hear it.
My head.
Uh-oh. God, the orchestra hits though. I mean, I'm a huge fan of like big old taiko drums like that. Oh man. Uematsu's score for Lost Odyssey has some tracks that have big battle drums.
Are you okay, Leo?
My assessment suggests no.
Be quiet for a sec. Feels like my head's gonna explode. So, how do you guys know me? Are we friends or something?
I can see some like scaled up digital fuzz in the backdrops, but it's not too bad.
Master Leo reprogrammed and rebooted us so that we would obey his every command. Demand, order, instruction, directive.
I get it. I take it you two are from around here?
That is correct. It has been 2 hours and 43 minutes since you rebooted us, Master Leo.
Oh yeah, what's more Sakaguchi than having an amnesiac protagonist?
I don't remember any of that. All I can
Magic
remember is
twins?
my own name. What was I even doing here?
Your behavior thus far indicates some memory malfunction. Magic particles from the explosion may have affected your nervous system.
Magical explosion?
The tanks you destroyed are emitting some sort of hazardous magical energy.
I did this? Great. Eerie but just so, I guess.
Is this a release updated or a sequel? It's an updated version.
Access your memory.
So they originally released Fantasian in 2 parts. There was like a part 1, and then they did a part 2 and an update
Your current location.
that sort of like added on a whole leveling system to kind of extend out the length of the game. And this is with both of those all together. Updated for Steam. But you can tell from how big and blorbly the menu is. It was kind of meant to be for different devices. That just means that it has that PS1 feel. Yes. Also, praise God for Yoshi P. Yoshi P and Hironobu Sakaguchi teaming up. Match made in heaven. What if Sakaguchi works on a fucking Final Fantasy XIV expansion? That would just be full circle. I don't think he probably doesn't want to. I wouldn't want to either if I were him, but
Mission
yeah.
accomplished.
these were all physical backdrops that they built and photographed for the backdrops. So they're all physical photos. There's some pretty interesting frame blending and frame blurring that happens. I don't know why I'm tripping over those words so hard.
Another explosion.
So
Detected.
since it's not a 3D environment for a camera to swing through, it's just 2 still photos. So they do some interesting like frame interpolation to transfer between the perspectives.
There's gotta be another path out.
Yeah, maybe a raid quest line like they did with
There's no path, but there's an arm. That way.
Mitsuno?
Accelerate.
Oh, Peak. Didn't Sakaguchi have a clothing line in game? Did he sell them? He always put Sakaguchi on his like social media where he would show his ensembles. I thought it was just like a tongue-in-cheek little thing he was doing. I didn't know it was actually like a business line.
Can we really use this? I don't think it'll get us over there.
Leave it to me. I'll hack its throw trajectory.
Hopefully within a survivable margin of error.
I don't know though.
Alright.
I guess
It's perfect.
in terms of like Sakaguchi maybe writing or directing a raid series, I wanted to say that's a oops.
Hey,
That's a tough ask, but
part of this is perfect.
Unable to compute how this is perfect.
that is the kind of writing he's used to though when it comes to Final Fantasy.
Just jump before we crash.
Jeez.
Gotta keep moving. That thing is approaching.
What's this thing you keep bringing up anyway?
You'll see. It's coming this way. Accelerate now.
Jump on this thing. Very cool.
It was close.
Oh, he'd sell things in Party Finder? He's an entrepreneur. Can I go back? Come on. Imagine if there was a whole Final Fantasy XIV raid done with a Fantasian-style diorama set pieces.
Sequence.
Ah. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
Attack! Ow!
You got me thinking. I'm trying to think of what that would look like in a fully 3D environment where you can move the camera around. Where was that treasure chest? They showed me a treasure chest. I have to go back for it. I think I do. I'm not going to give up the 100% playthrough this early. All right. Oh, is Fantasian? Is it a must grab? That's really dependent on
Targets confirmed.
what kind of game you're looking for. It is a really charming old school JRPG in the style of the PlayStation 1 Final Fantasy games.
Victory.
Maybe not directly in the tone of it story-wise, but I think it's enough. I think its charms will work. But that's really down to your nostalgia, or if you're like if you're a newer JRPG player. It might not be as breathtaking as something like Metaphor. But it's pretty rare to get a game this good, or with this pedigree of talent, at this production level, which is to say it's rare to get these games at all, kind of. Not the same thing.
Attacking.
Well, we do have Sea of Stars. Like, there have been a handful of games in 23 and 24 that are more in line with this. This game came out a bit before that on Apple Arcade, which made it a bit more of a rare occurrence.
Something's coming.
No way.
Gotta fight the spider tank. Or the scorpion tank, my bad. Yeah, I made sure no one played it. But Apple got it produced, so it kind of turned out in the end. I'm glad that Apple dropped a sack of money on Mistwalker's doorstep.
Danger, danger. That thing is.
Oh yeah, new boss theme? Very Final Fantasy VIII, isn't it? That's some Laguna synth right there. I respect how restrained a lot of the instrumentation is. Like, only using maybe 4 or 5 instruments at a time? Pretty basic synth fonts, like, it sounds PS1-y.
Says how it can move so efficiently while it is still in development.
Guess we have no choice but to fight.
Barrier. I can't predict its patterns. Powerful energy detected. Alert! Alert! I advise using barrier immediately.
Buffs are important.
Activating defense system.
You're done.
Can't hit anything.
Bzzz. That thing is too strong.
It is equipped with barrier-piercing lasers. My barrier can only withstand one shot.
Seriously? This isn't good.
They're layering it on. They can take away our barriers?
Fire!
Eat this! Whoa!
Oh shit, I should probably have barriers up, yeah. Didn't know what its turns were gonna be.
Barrier!
Here's some!
Oops.
If we don't do something, we're all toast. Got it. If we use that tank. There.
Easy clap.
Yes, we did it.
We did it. We did it.
Those are repair drones.
Oh.
Functions are being restored.
What? You gotta be kidding me.
At this rate, it will soon reboot.
Bosses aren't allowed to heal.
Strategic withdrawal.
Let's get out of here. Can't keep this up.
And we did it.
Let's get to the elevator.
We're gonna downshift into more traditional fantasy JRPG in a minute. It just does that anime thing, you know. It's got to start in the middle of wackiness.
Thing.
Yeah, see this picture's a little more chunky.
Master Leo, I suggest using a heal stone to recharge at this save point.
It still kind of works though. In the because even pre-rendered backgrounds sometimes would be a little fuzzier,
It's all yours.
punched in a little bit. Do it here. It's not a tent. It's a heal stone. No! There's a treasure. Oh my god. Is the 100% run dead? I think you can come back there later. Oh, just announced a release date for our game Tempest Rising in the PC Gaming Show. Feels good, man.
What is the matter?
It did feel good. I'm excited to play that. I like the,
This is glitching.
got a bit more of a look at the factions.
Come now. Master Leo is human. It is more accurate to say his face is pale.
Look, you dropped something.
Weird device. What's it for? What was that just now?
Please recall the chosen person or place for memory vector body transfer.
Body transfer? Memory vector?
That is a warp device. At least, that is how you classified it before you lost your memory. In fact, you said it was that device that brought you here.
Yeah, it didn't have voice acting before. Guess they've added that. Oh, it's the best place to send you a key for the game. Ooh. My email address would be best. Just my first dot last name. Here, let me put it in chat just to make. Whoop. That would be awesome. Thank you.
You could, apparently.
Either way, looks like we found a way out of here. Just gotta remember what I just saw.
Do you?
It's no use.
No
Got
use.
nothing.
Oh my!
Here it comes.
You're kidding me. It's already
I
fixed.
do love that they, like, a lot of the battle scenes have different angles.
There aren't
It's a small
any
thing,
tanks
but it's pretty
here.
great.
What do we do?
Ah! Observe carefully. Its left arm does not appear to be fully functional.
Which means it can only fire one laser. Then we've got a shot.
Barrier!
What's with this one? There.
Activating defense system.
Yeah, even though it's a bit cloaked, it is kind of like the first boss fight in Final Fantasy VII, which is we're gonna telegraph a laser and you need to guard. But then there's a DPS phase following that.
Barrier!
Kind of teaches you the same thing and it's basically the same way mechanically speaking.
Hit me.
Doesn't have a train though. Lord knows we love them trains.
Destroying barrier.
There.
I feel like they tried to copy it beat for beat with the intro to Final Fantasy 13. Cause that's got a train, baby.
There.
Ja!
Ja.
Barrier!
Now I'm pumped up. Ja.
This
What?
doesn't look good.
What's leveling up?
Hold on. It appears to have disengaged its own energy regulators. We can expect its attack to dramatically increase in power.
Yeah, it was such a perfect intro. They just did it one for one in the remake. Because it didn't need any changes. It didn't.
Activating defense system.
They even had a little mini game where you got to bonk the button at the same time as the NPC. That's great.
Yes.
Glom. Good shit, man. We're all just trying to get back to that in video games.
Fire!
Eat this.
Deploying barrier.
Sweet.
Yeah, all the voice chatter in combat is new too. Well, it had some texture to the battle.
Barrier! Yes.
The arpeggios behind that.
Attack!
It's so interesting because it's like Uematsu got the assignment too. It wasn't just make whatever music you want. It's like, no, we're making this in the style of a PS1 RPG. So write music like that. But it's almost like modern Uematsu writing that music. I don't know. There's so many little beats that almost seem like they're homages to the way he used to write music.
Remember something?
Danger! Danger! Its repairs are nearly complete!
Hurry, hurry.
Oh, Sakaguchi had to be persuaded to add voice acting? That probably makes it stream better. Babes. I don't mind it.
Up already.
They got some pretty good voice talent.
Oh, he vanished.
Warp successful. Oh. Master Leo dropped something. Ah.
Uh-oh.
What are we gonna do without our helpful robots? From the TIE Fighters.
Bacteria. The twitching, mechanical infestation endlessly crawls forth from the hole in the sky. It lures humans in to absorb their life energy. It replicates at alarming speeds and will soon cover the entire world. The bacteria has a catastrophic effect on the land. People see it as the act of a malevolent god. Soon, across the world, people begin to whisper his name.
John Madden. Freaking Terminator warping in.
Now where am I?
Dun 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 dun.
So only I warped, huh? Something must be wrong with the device.
Damn it.
It broke. I guess I'll walk for now.
Cat. No petting the cat. Tragic. That is a fuzzy photo. I mean, I guess it's punched way in. Yeesh. Yeah, some of the... I remember that looked a little chunky sometimes, where essentially there would be 3D relief in the scene. So in the game, they'd have to chop that part out and kind of stand it up so you could walk behind it. Damn, that's pixelated. Yeah, I was curious how that would look. If you're rendering characters at 4K on top of a digital photo that you've zoomed way into, the asset resolution mismatch is pretty hard.
No, I don't remember a thing.
See, this looks a little more natural when the camera's backed out, and a lot of the level of detail is consistent. Idyllic, peaceful village music, though. Just run the game at 720. That's what I did on MacBook. And it incidentally did make everything kind of align properly. Cats everywhere. I don't remember. Look at this. Little bits of gold. Got a freaking... What is that? Some kind of woodwind-driven town theme? Is that a saxophone? Oh, the Apple Arcade one did also have inconsistent images for sure. No, I remember that. That there would be like a close-up on characters standing in a particular environment. And instead of taking the photo again, it would just zoom in the wide photo. And yeah, you would get some pixelation, which is why I was curious about the re-release. I was curious if they were going to try to, I don't think fix is the right word, but touch up, address. I am glad that they didn't just try to like put it through an AI upreser and then touch it up. Because that would give the game a different look.
Where could he be? He told me to wait here in the public square.
We heard good things about the new Indiana Jones game. Well, the embargo's still down. Like, the embargo goes up when early access starts. So I haven't really heard anything. Mostly just what I heard from Bruce, who was, like, what he told me about it was interesting. Yes, look at this background here. Look at these big old stupid swords and weapons on the wall, but there's only like 1 or 2. This barrel, dude! Hold on, let me get out of the way. Look at this barrel. It has exactly 1 mace with a like the scales all fucked. This big ass sword and 1 spear. But this is like king of pre-render backgrounds. You'd have like a shelf with 3 bottles on it, but each bottle would be about as tall as a human if they were up there to scale. I don't know. Little interiors like this are so awesome. You can see the brush strokes on the countertop. A little mat. Oh, the little welcome mat down. It's so tiny. Yeah. Just these little imperfections, I don't know. To me, this is what makes the visual style of this game. The kind of the paint flecks. It's 2 little lights. Yeah, the size of the arrows. I guess there were a few games that had like the Neverhood or whatever that were stop motion and photographed backgrounds and things. I've got to buy a +20 longsword. Must equip your longsword. Oh, look at this. Some items come with passive skill sets that provide various effects during the game just by equipping them. All jewels come with passive skills. By changing equipment according to the battle situation, you can progress through the game effectively. No skill. Just attack. But yeah, I'm excited to check it out. I don't necessarily have any buzz about how the game might get received. Well, that was weird. Critically or anything like that. Oh, the bubble. Okay, I gotta get out of the way again. Look at this terrarium over here with the little bubbles in there. There's a cactus over here. Tiny little cactus. These teeny little books. 1 giant potion. This backlit shelf back here. Jars full of seeds. You can actually see the interior of the shop sort of refracted in the globe too. Oh, there's a different photo for the backdrop of the item shop. I have 12 potions. That's enough. Oh, merry-go-round? Did you get an Indiana hat to play the game in style? I did not. I haven't earned an Indiana Jones hat. I'm not cool enough. I'm not,
Hey, Leo!
Hot Howard cool.
You're back! So, how was it?
Do we know each other?
You hit your head or something? Let me guess. Here for a rice omelet, right? It's my specialty. You really can't get enough of them, can you? Ha!
I guess not.
And these interiors are so good. Yeah, they added like a light glow to match the lights in the scene. It's perfect.
Give me just a minute. I'll fire that omelet up for you right away.
I don't remember any of this.
Huh?
Oh, your dad wears an Indiana Jones hat? He pulls it off? That's rare. That's good. That's a high quality dad right there.
I was in a weird factory. Then I was attacked by an equally weird robot. Then a couple of talking robots saved me.
Robots? Factory? What the heck are you on about?
I really don't know. That's all I can remember.
You seriously forgot everything? Even old Sid's extra tasty omelets?
We got a Sid, everybody. Blah, 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 except it's with an S. Because this is not Final Fantasy. Fantasian.
You gotta be kidding me.
Maybe in Fantasians, there's a Sid and he's always a cook instead of a pilot.
You're saying I was on a treasure hunt? For real?
A cat. I want to pet that cat.
Yeah, and in the Mecca infestation of all places.
A treasure hunt. In the Mecca infestation.
Maybe a look at all your loot will jog your memory. Come on, I'll show you.
Oh, you can read Salt and Pepper. Wow. The future of graphics. What? Why? Hold on. Sorry about that. Automod decided to censor the word cunt, which is not cool, Automod. Very misogynistic of you.
Whenever you return from a trip, you always leave your treasures here.
Not much for tidying up, was I? What is this place?
The mini toy box.
Mini toy box? Kind of a dumb name, isn't it?
You're the one who named it. This used to be Bernard's room.
Bernard? Who's that?
Jeez, how hard did you hit your head? Bernard's your father, Leo.
My father? Bernard. Oh, I remember. I think. Right. My father built this place.
Take a look around. Hopefully you'll remember something. I'll have your omelet waiting when you're done in here.
Look at that teeny chair. Although all this talk of an omelet has made me realize I haven't had lunch yet.
A few notes. Is this my handwriting? October 8th, to the factory. October 14th, date with the princess. Eggs, rice, ketchup. What's the store? Two different world maps from two different worlds?
Isn't this music great? It truly is like, to me it reminds me a lot of more 16-bit than 32-bit Final Fantasy tracks, but yeah.
No good. I can't remember. But it looks like it could be pretty useful.
I've already gushed a lot about it, but Uematsu's score for this game really does, it does the appropriate amount of heavy lifting that his scores always did.
Huh, there's a note. Passcode. Date.
A cheeky environmental puzzle. Was it October 8th and that's interesting. You can only choose two different ones.
A few notes. October 8th.
10/8, 10/14. Right.
It's locked. Hey, it opened. This symbol. I've seen it somewhere. Ah, I remember now. Yeah, that's it. This is the treasure I found in the mecha infestation.
Sure.
There's some sort of lever in here.
Do we push or pull? Push or pull? Push or pull? Push or pull? I'm gonna pull.
Nothing happened. I know it does something, but I can't remember what.
Must have needed to push it then.
Maps of different overlapping worlds. Some sort of machine.
There goes the 100%.
And this mask. What was I doing here?
So, you remember anything?
Sort of. Not much, though.
I see. What's the matter? You hungry? I got an omelet with your name on it.
Is this guy trying to drug me? He's really insistent on this omelet.
There she is again. That girl.
Girl? Oh, from the other day?
You know her?
Some girl dragged you here after you got into trouble. You were in pretty bad shape. That's the girl you mean, right?
She saved me?
If I remember right, she lives at the fortune-telling shop in the old district.
A fortune-telling shop? I guess if anyone can tell me who I am, it'd be them. I'll go check it out.
To get to the old district, go up the path near the public square.
Her name is Marith? All right. Oh, they get to pet the cats. No Mectaria key. Okay. Remember the key mechanic. There we go. The sparkle will be mine. Look at these buildings, though. Look at how charming that is. Jeez. The distressed paint flecks. Uh-oh. There's a treasure way over there. See that sparkle? We gotta go get it. I guess it's around where that other blind corner was. Or over here, maybe? Maybe up here. Okay, it's not there. Camera zoom be wilden? Yeah, it's pretty interesting translation effect they use. Yes, there is. I do like it when fixed cameras create a lot of like hiding places and cubbies to hide items in. It gives you a reason to snoop around the environments a lot, which has an added benefit in this game because new camera perspectives are new photographs, and you get to see like different angles of these weird sets that they've constructed. If a game has really cool environments and also invites you to really like poke around them with your eyes, that's a good combination. Also, look at you can see the like clay, the little clay tubes. They're just kind of chopped because they formed a big old rock and then just cut it. You can see the inside of the texture and the like isometric cutaway. Gosh, these beams. Beams are really cute. Like a push pin holding it to the wall. But since it's like, this wall doesn't exist, they just kind of like project out in awkward angles. Man. I ended up deciding to travel to San Diego for the holidays. Have you ever been? I assume that's what SD stands for. Any recommendations? Sure, San Diego is a really fun place to go. Lots of fine dining, decent bars. Oh, SF. Never mind. That's different. San Francisco. Well, provided it's not underwater when you go. I haven't spent a whole lot of time in San Francisco, to be honest. So no, I don't know that I have a lot of recommendations. Steph knows of a few tiki bars. Uh-oh.
That's a new one. Eat this!
Like a big fella.
All's well that ends well.
One of the more ingenious things about this game that I don't remember how long it takes to unlock, but there is a there's a mechanic called a dimension, which is a dimensional dungeon. And as you're playing the game, the random encounters you would have gotten into get basically warped into the dimension. And then at a certain point, you can either choose to fight all the monsters inside of it at once it tops out, or like as you go. So instead of cutting away to a fight every like 30 seconds or so, you do one longer fight like every 5 minutes. Which is more efficient because when you do that, there are additional power-ups and stuff you can get. They'll basically put like attack ups and health ups and agility up. They'll put little nodes in the combat field. And then if you hit them with your attack, you keep that buff. And you can stack up those buffs and roll them through multiple encounters that would have been much slower if you didn't have them. So it's really, really smart. And also leans into the sort of directional nature of the attacks. The fact that there's like AoEs and line attacks and stuff like that. You essentially have to balance hitting the enemies versus stacking up these buffs to finish the combat really fast and efficiently. I didn't beat this Merkingly. I finished part 1. And then they released the second half of the game. But I didn't come back to it for that. My plan was to always stream through the whole thing. Oh. And now I can. Well, these backdrops are just so crazy charming. Like, I like poking around the cities and environments just to see all the various camera angles and sets that they made. Just a tiny fantasy world. Music is just so damn relaxing. You finished this year's Zelda game? No, I haven't even played it. I had it all like dumped and stuff into Ryujinx, but I got it running. That's kind of it. So no, I tend to get back to that one. I'm really excited for that. That looked like a really cool game. More like ImSim, but 2D Zelda. This is a remaster for PC. Yes. I'm seeing it was on mobile at some point. Yes. It was originally on Apple Arcade, which is mobile, but also like desktop PC and Apple TV. Okay, so I guess it is up from the Square, like you said. But now it's free. It's free of Apple Jail. Now fully playable on console and PC. PC proper. Camera swing was pretty wild.
Here we go again. Your host.
Dark.
All's well that ends well.
And the curtain. One knife. Okay. Ooh.
Let's kick some butt. Your host.
Oh shoot. I'm gonna take a fair amount of damage here.
Whoa.
I didn't think I could get into encounters on this screen.
Slam it.
I think I'll be okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to heal.
Calm down.
No problem. There we go.
Your host. Just getting started.
Oh no! You can't give me steal that early. Now I have to steal from everything. What if there's a limited one-time piece of equipment that you need from the first boss? Otherwise you won't be able to make the ultimate sword. That tiny bread. On this giant candle on the wall. Oh man, you got Dragon Quest energy? I was gonna say the fact that you're constantly pursuing the memory of your old dad. Connection I never really made before. Fish! Of course the cats like it in here.
Here I come.
Yeah, we need a pre-rendered backgrounds award. Yet again, gamers are being underserved. Oops. Oh yeah, analyze.
Let's check the data.
Okay, good. I've got the full readout. Does the icon mean you have? Let's see here. It is labeled only if the item can only be obtained via steal. Ah, yes. I'm gonna guess that maybe the little hand means you have gotten that item before, or you. How about that though? The game labels steal only items, so you know. You know. The game's like, I know you have obsessive compulsive disorder. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. Something else the game's gonna have to cover me for. Ooh, I have to use the restroom. Oh, bacteria. Perfect time for a
What's this
cutscene.
stuff again? Oh, right. Bacteria.
I'll be right back, folks. Haha, I'm back. Howdy, folks. Freshly squeezed bladder. More ready than ever to game. Yeah, what I figure I'll do, play this for another 15 minutes or so. Then I gotta take a food break, which should lead right into when Indiana Jones unlocks.
Or welcome back, I should say.
So I have been here before.
Those
then.
copper pipes on the wall, huh?
What do you mean? You don't remember?
I've lost my memory.
How dreadfully unfortunate. And you hope to find your memory again through the power of fortune telling.
How's the Steam version of this then worth the upgrade? I mean, the voice acting's really good. It runs really well, but it ought to. Good God.
Kina, we have a customer. Come give me a hand.
I think there are some people that would look at a game like this and think that there's no There's no way it's worth 50, you know?
You're the reason I came to this town. Hey?
I think it is, but I'm far more permissive in terms of game pricing and game format.
Too close.
How's the music in this? Some saying not Uematsu's best. I don't even know how you'd rank and compare if you tried.
Hey, wait!
I think it's fantastic. I think it fits. Eminently cozy and catchy background tracks. Pretty unhinged battle music. This is nice. And very like PS1 core in terms of its instrumentalization and composition complexity. It's usually like 2 or 3 instruments at a time. I like that they keep the synths pretty simple. I love the little orbs they put around.
I'm Leo, and you...
Yeah, you can turn on Final Fantasy XIV music in this. What an impossibly perfect crossover. Oh yeah, they're doing the...
Walking through a forest.
That's right, it's got the Lost Odyssey style short stories in it again. But this time they play out as like chunks of memory unlocked, which is kind of similar to Kayam from that game.
The forest treasure. Request. Disjointed words drifted into my mind. I don't know why I was in the forest. At any rate, I was in a hurry. Or at least I think I was. As I walked through the tall grass, I came across a flower garden.
Oh yeah, Lost Odyssey was my probably my favorite Uematsu score.
Captivatingly beautiful.
But it's trying to be something different than I think this score is being. They exist in a couple of different worlds. That one's like full orchestra, full bombast, peak Gen 7.
I can't remember much beyond that. Only the vastness of the garden. I touched the flowers without a second thought. I suddenly found myself lying on the ground. My entire body was in shock. My consciousness hazy, my lips dry. That's right. The flowers I touched were highly poisonous. Could this be how I die? Then, as I lay there thinking, oddly calm, a clear, radiant light enveloped my body. I don't remember for how long. But I do know that I wanted to stay like that forever. The soft glow was so peaceful. That's right. I was saved by you.
Yeah, I don't know. This music is pitch perfect as far as I can hear. For what I would want in a game like this, and for what I think accents the mood.
You saved me with magic.
Yes, I remember you. But you can't tell Owen. If he found out I used magic without his permission, he'd be so upset.
Okay, I understand. Now, about my memory.
You really lost your memory?
Yeah.
But maybe with the power to look into the past and the future. Got it. I'm sure Owen can help you.
Well, here's hoping at least.
All right, let's go ask him.
This is absolutely music that I would listen to while like walking around in the dead of winter. Back in my teen years. Getting real moody, feeling the vibe. Yeah, the VO is really good. That last Uematsu score thing, wasn't that just a whoopsie? I thought I remember seeing a follow-up story where he was like, no, that's not what I meant, or something like that. Maybe I was just hoping, dreaming.
Well then, are you ready?
Yeah. Here's hoping this gets my memory back. Please, tell my fortune.
All right.
Huh? What's with the hand?
The fee.
What fee?
I can restore your memory, but not for free, I'm afraid.
Toss your balls in here, lad.
The ironic thing is, I already
Yeah,
know
no.
naturally that you cannot pay. Thus, I cannot tell your fortune.
So it's all about money for you.
Josh is a cowboy. Thank you for the sub. Video games. Amen. Okay. I guess I'll leave then.
Well, that was a total waste of time.
Okay, rumor busted. Uematsu is not retiring yet. I was hoping somebody in chat would clarify because I thought I remembered seeing that follow-up, but I didn't read the full story. Balls, balls, balls. I get that treasure down there, though. I like how there's another treasure they show you in that particular angle. Oh, he said he wouldn't head a game score.
You again?
Okay.
Kina.
Like write absolutely everything.
Kina. I want to help you.
How?
You want to get your memories back, but you can't without money, right? So, I'll help you collect some money.
Don't bother. I'll manage. I'll find some way to get my memories back on my own if I have to.
But...
Serves me right to think an old grifter like that could help me anyway.
Don't talk about Owen that way. He wouldn't charge if he didn't have to.
Have to? Who's making him?
Vam. Vam the Malevolent.
Going right into another backstory?
Kina said.
Oh, we got a narrator?
It's true. Owen's power.
Okay.
A thunderous roar blasted from the fortune-telling room, waking Kina.
Yeah, this is interesting. It's not from the perspective of a character. Huh.
Kina! Kina!
Owen cried out from behind the door. Surprised and worried, Kina hastily rose to her feet.
I'm kind of surprised they're hitting you with another one of these after the first one so quickly.
When Kina opened,
I'm into it though. I love mixed medium.
she saw
especially in
Owen
games.
sitting on the floor, slumped against a shelf with his mouth flapping like a fish. Owen, are you all right? Kina rushed over to the old man and helped him back to his feet. Once he noticed her, Owen couldn't keep from shouting.
Kina, something incredible has happened.
What was that terrible noise? In the uproar, neither of them was able to speak coherently. Owen continued to yell.
It was Vam the Malevolent. He appeared before me and gave me an incredible power. No one will call me a charlatan anymore. From now on, my words will become true prophecy.
Was Owen dreaming? Or was she? She could not understand his words at first. Owen went to bed, and Kina drifted back to shallow sleep for the rest of the night. After that evening, Owen's behavior began to change. He began charging customers excessive amounts of money. But that was not the only surprising thing. Owen's predictions, all of them, came true. Owen could see through each customer's past and future and give them precise words of guidance. He was no longer an ordinary fortune teller. He was a prophet.
Hello, James Fisto. I'm still around. I just don't want to get in the way of story time. I think these sequences are really cool.
Of Owen's talent, and soon, everyone in the town of N knew his name. The power to see the past and future. There were many who so strongly sought the insight his abilities granted that no price would deter them.
Listen carefully, Kina. Mankind's greed for money as the most powerful energy, Vam the Malevolent, Lord Vam, gifted me this power. People's hearts move for things they desperately want. Remember this.
Kina couldn't quite understand him. These words didn't sound like the Owen she knew. Ever since that night, she heard him mutter a certain name. Vam the Malevolent. As the days went on, Kina grew increasingly concerned. She feared that this name meant something truly dangerous.
Seth, the Eroth.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Thanks for the story. I'll figure
Yeah,
something out.
appreciate the story. Bye.
I see.
Oh, and thank you, by the way, for saving me back there. I never said thanks for that, did I?
It was your smell. You have this mysterious smell.
You smell weird.
I smell?
It's not a bad smell. More like a heartwarming smell.
A heartwarming smell?
That's why I saved you. Your smell made me want to help you.
Look, I'm flattered, I guess. But I can handle this alone, okay?
I see.
It's not safe around here. I can't put you in danger.
I remember the writing being kind of charming. Like, it's quirky.
Incoming!
It's quirky in not an oh so that just happened kind of way. Like there's real human quirk to it sometimes.
They'll attack the instant we give them an opening.
Which again I think that was a classic Final Fantasy thing, just
So many of them.
shattered by
I'm not tasty.
language barriers.
You take cover. I'll wipe them out before any more show up. Here I come.
What if I stole from one of the birds? Look at it. They're like they're in an arrangement where I can't cleave them. How did they know? Can't slash. Just got to get to work then.
Eat this.
Oh, bird's back. Yes, GNF. This is the game that was on Apple Arcade. But it's free now!
They sure are making it hard to aim.
Maybe my magic will do the trick.
Yeah, here we go. Now you can curve the spell. Which, yes, is just like Wanted. Give it a bend. Zoop. Look at that. So this one hits more of them if I go down here.
Oh, nice. Seems like you can curve the trajectory of magic attacks.
Isn't that cool?
Looks like I can help out after all.
I'm not useless. I guess not.
There.
But then like certain abilities and spells will increase your wait time till your next turn. And it shows you that all live in the turn list. Like the game's actually got some impressive combat depth.
Guess you saved me once again.
Despite like, I initially, when I saw the UI, I was like, oh, this is gonna, okay. This is gonna be a baby game.
You convinced me.
But there's some video game in there.
Yes. Thank you.
That's my line.
All right, we got our party members. So wait a minute. Who wants to help me earn money? Can I go down that well? I can. Predict some lewd hand-holding? Well, she does like how I smell. Heard the later boss fights were super tough. The conspiracy was they were made harder to keep people grinding levels and paying for Apple Arcade. There's no, like, it doesn't require more than a month of grinding. That's interesting though. I don't know, Final Fantasy has always had stiffer boss fights by the end. I don't think I got that far. I did get to some boss fights that did kind of put me on the back foot a little bit. Like I had to actually think and formulate a game plan and execute on it. So that was pretty impressive, but nothing that like really was a real firm dick kicker. It wouldn't surprise me though, Sakaguchi, or I don't know. There's always a gamer slant,
The old district, by any chance?
gamer DNA in there.
Apologize for the sudden.
I really appreciate that they fade out the audio if you advance the window instead of cutting it off immediately.
Would you mind lending me your ear for a little while?
Was Lost Odyssey tough? I actually don't remember the difficulty of Lost Odyssey. But I remember really enjoying it. Quests.
My child's run off somewhere again. I need to go look for him. But as you can see, I'm not up to the search. Would you please find him for me? You may find him in the old district. He's convinced that the bacteria is what's making me sick.
Interesting. Indiana Jones has a day one patch to add ray tracing, but it doesn't come out tonight. It comes out for normal launch. Okay, that's really fascinating, CD Media, because I've been confused for a long time about how indie games say early access, and they mean like to the tune of a year, where it's like you're buying this game with fundamentally less features. And then AAA uses early access to say, this is a big budget game that you're going to pay a lot of money to play 3 days early. So it's interesting to have a AAA game kind of bite into the early access idea, which is that, no, this version of the game actually just doesn't have the features yet. It's so, what I find really fascinating is that the same phrase has a different interpretation in those contexts. They can bank off the prestige of a AAA release just to upcharge for early access. But indie games, like, they just need revenue. They need revenue earlier. They can't afford to wait years and years. And also it's like you don't have to develop a game for 6 years just to find out people don't want it. Oh, indie early access has ray tracing. The patch next week comes with full ray tracing. Okay, hold on. Won't include full ray tracing. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I guess the headline is that you're paying more for a product with less features, but that, I don't know. Honestly, it's just people being confronted with the illogical nature of the way they spend money.
That was close.
This is what I find so fascinating about these moments. Yeah, can you imagine playing Indiana Jones with only half the rays? We baby rays. I need you. Oh wait, the kid was in the old district, which is this gap here.
Whoa! Here we go again.
I don't know. It's fascinating to me. It really is, because any change to the economy of gaming, I guess, is what I find really interesting. People have to dance around perceptions and stuff. Early access does come with story DLC, so you're buying that in addition to early access. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't exist yet, though, right? It's a bit silly to you. And also, like, time has value. Think about it this way. People brought that up a lot when I would whine about Starfield early access. I was like, this sucks and they should stop doing it. People were like, no, it's not just for 3 days. You're getting DLC. And that's all that anyone knew, is that there would be DLC called Shattered Space. But it came out so long after the game that even though you pre-bought it, you paid more for it because of inflation. Like, it's kind of stupid to buy things before they exist because your money devalues over time. So if you buy something for $30 a year from now, that $30 is actually worth less. So people paid more for DLC before they even knew the name of it and thought they were getting a deal. Or only after knowing the name of it, I guess. And that doesn't make any sense. That is financially unsound. But you're selling perception of value when it comes to video games, not actual value. Especially when it comes to early access, which is why it's weird that, like, 3 days is the monetizable amount of time. That's what I'm blessed. I mean, I've been given codes for nearly all the games I'm complaining about, so it's a bit shitty of me to do that. I guess in one level. Maybe it's just me being real. Wouldn't it be the opposite since your money is worth less later? Yeah, you want if you have to spend $30 on something, you want that $30 to be as little value as possible. If you had to pay 30, you're paying 30 gold bars versus 30 paper clips. You don't want to pay the gold bars. And gold bars in this situation is past money. It was worth more in the past.
Here I come.
Some new games have 25% discounts in a month or two. Yeah. Well, I guess that's what I'm really getting at, is that games are worth the most before they ever release. It's almost like a car. You know, when you drive it off the lot, its value drops by half. A lot of the value of video games, and by value I mean what people are willing to pay money for, is the fantasy of what the game will be before it exists. That's kind of why pre-orders exist, and you know, a lot of people are good about pointing out how logical pre-orders are. But I think the early access is sort of another way to monetize hype, I guess, is the shorthand for it, but expectation. But if you train yourself out of paying for expectation, you save a lot of money because you're not paying for anything. You're just paying for ideas. You're just paying for the ideas, man. They tempt you with early access or pre-order bonuses. Yeah, they do.
Whoa! Make it stop!
But those are rarely like. I feel like they're rarely worth it. It's just trinkets. Trinkets that if you're honest with yourself, you'd never even know if they were in the game or not. That's what I tell myself. I'm like, oh, a keychain. Like, if the game gave it to me for free, would it be like, wow, what a deal? I got an extra keychain. No, it's a doodad. Where's that dumb kid? Oh, there you are.
Get out of here! You stay out of this. I gotta do this for my mom.
Many say never buy a new car. One could be said, or the same could be said for a game, or wait for a deep sale. Racer Pros, there's one more step that's even worse. Don't buy it at all. The real monetary wisdom in cars is leasing or renting. Because if you buy something, you're investing into it as an asset. Why would you buy an asset that only devalues and devalues steeply? The exact same thing is true with games, except you can't even resell them if they're digital. So you're paying for an experience, but you're buying a product that hits a value of $0 as soon as you redeem the key. It is actually, like, I feel like it's still way more financially sound to pay for access to a subscription service to play a game, unless it's a game that you do in fact play for like years and years and years. But those don't exist. There is really no game unless you're like unless you're on something like Warframe and you just refuse to spend money. That exists, I guess. There's a couple of options, but nearly everything is monetized to shit, especially if it's an ongoing kind of games of service type deal. So I don't know. I feel like the actual, like, the smartest financial thing right now is to get a PC and then pay piecemeal for subscription services. But whatever. If you buy physical, you can still resell that, so that's nice. And those can keep their value, I guess. Physical games.
Huh? My mom's looking for me.
Yeah, exactly right, Rick.
But I've got to get rid of this stuff.
Games are not only designed to try to tempt you into engaging with them like that, to keep coming back and playing over and over, but they're also designed to funnel you into purchases after you're in that cycle. So not the same as like buying a chess set and then you're good for a year.
Really? Wait, why should I believe a stranger?
What's the point of owning a game when you don't even fully own it anymore? Yeah. Uh-oh, I have to navigate this dialogue to get him out of there.
Whoa! Make it stop!
Ideas, man, whoa.
Come on, Magic!
There!
I guess the point of, like, I'd really try to think about it in terms of an assets and investments. I guess what's the point of owning a car? Because there's an emotional value there that I think is still consistent with games. Feeling like something's yours. You can do whatever you want with it.
You stay out of this. Huh? But I've got to get rid of this. She won't get back. Wait, Mom, she's crying. But
I gotta shame this kid.
fine then. I'll go.
You have Galaxy Quest on VHS? I guess that would have been a wise investment then. Galaxy Quest brings a lot of love, a lot of joy to the world. We saved the child, everybody. You buy your bike or lease? I bought it. I don't even think I can lease an electric motorcycle. But, I mean, if, like, I wonder, with the money I dropped on it, if I divided that out over the years, I bet it still would probably be more money, especially adjusted for inflation. Being able to hop into a car and go anywhere is amazing and liberating. You're on no one's schedule. Well, yeah, you can do that with a lease, though. I don't know. Now I'm just in the headspace of trying to emotionally navigate the weight that's assigned with ownership. Or the illusion of ownership. What was that bloop? Something blorped. Was it just the door? I think it was. You feel like Sam Porter Bridges when riding your e-bike. No, because my e-bike is actually kind of fast. Like, all the bikes in Death Stranding are weird and shitty and bonk on everything. I feel like Sam Porter Bridges whenever I'm pushing a shopping cart. That's kind of what it feels like.
Let's kick some butt. You're done.
I feel like a cyber ninja on my bike. Especially driving around LA at night. Oh, man. On a cyber bike. Yeah, you can. I get off on it.
Big win.
I used to sell cars. Leasing makes sense for only a couple of people. Interesting. What's the concept behind buying being better? Can you lease a used car? Because like a car payment is gonna be more than a lease probably, right? And I guess you're investing into an asset that you can sell, but it's like an asset that deteriorates fast.
I haven't been into town in ages.
And those deteriorations also incur another cost, like repairs and stuff. So even if you want to maintain its value as an asset, you have to keep putting money into it in maintenance. Whereas with a lease, you have a small monthly payment. You don't have to care about any of the wear and tear. You're not left with a car at the end of it, but by the end of your car payments, when you do own the car, you're looking at a 6-year-old car that's been beat to shit already. I don't know. Now, I'm saying this. I've never done it. I'm speaking out of ignorance in that regard. This is not lived experience on my part. I'm just thinking. My lived experience is buying a car and burning a lot of cash on it. Leasing isn't an off-the-hook thing. There are things you have to do to... Things you do have to pay to fix. Ah, okay. It's not total coverage. With my lease, I still had to pay for repairs. Maybe I had a shit lease from Ford. Okay, interesting. I would think that, like, there'd be some kind of warranty on it. But maybe if it's just cosmetic damage. Did they charge you for damage when your lease is up? I could see that being a pain in the ass. Oh yeah! How Sakaguchi is this?
You just can't keep your hands off our sign, can you?
There's like a Team Rocket that shows up and hassles you every so often. There's a Biggs and a Wedge right there.
Who are you guys?
I can't remember their names in this game.
Come now. Surely you remember us, don't you?
You know them?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't think I do. I can't remember them at all.
You get charged if you give the car back, but not if you buy out the lease.
Something seems amiss with him.
Yeah, I get it. He's a dummy.
Allow us to refresh your memory.
Same as always then, dear sister.
You know it, Bolt.
Gonna have to steal from these dicks.
Your dreams. Morgan the butterfly.
Training over the limit. Dottie the beast.
Thrilling beyond tomorrow. Bolt the Bravo.
Shine for joy.
Shine for glory.
Shine so the whole world sees.
We are the Cinderella Tri-Stars.
There you go. There's your Final Fantasy. Challenge me on the spectral realm, coward.
I knew all that working out served some purpose.
Feast your eyes on this physique. Guard up.
Who are these guys?
Also, just like, how Sakaguchi is it to have a dramatic scene carry into a combat scenario, but there's dialogue kind of preambling the fight that happens in the game mechanics?
Are these people normal? They look strong.
Wait, hold on, I gotta... Oops.
Let's see what you got.
Gotta see what there is to steal. Oh, nothing.
No good. The meathead's the only one I can hit from here. Hey, Kina. Can you get around him with your magic?
My lease was really good. Also, my car ended up being valued more at the end of the lease than what the buyout was. How does that work? Did they just give you a wad of money and the keys to the car and shake your hand?
Good thinking. I'll give it a try.
How adorable. I'm gonna have lots of fun with you.
He's still got his violin back there.
Prepare thyself for pain.
Did it just barely nudge it? Oh, there's got to be a way to get both. Oh. Yeah, this is the better aspect. There it is. The better aspect of Fantasian is finding the magic pixel.
On guard.
Oh, analyze I can bend.
Let's see what you got.
She's got an iron key. I need that.
Let's see.
Nothing. Okay.
Yes!
Holy light!
Gotcha.
What? Oh, that's to drop. I was looking at the wrong thing.
Ow!
No, I haven't finished Metaphor.
Down.
I finished Dragon Quest 3.
Now when we can hit all three of them.
Yeah, I think I'm like 15, 20 hours into Metaphor.
All of them at once. Ready? Aim.
Pierce them!
Hey! Hello, Dottie! Keep your guard up, genius!
Nah, too tired. Need a little rest.
Ugh, this is no time to slack off!
Oh, is Metaphor hit slog territory for you? Brewed coffee?
Sweet prince is fading. Angel singing.
Basically paid 11K at the end of the lease to buy it out. It's calculated when you lease, but because my mileage and care was way better than calculated, its actual value, if I had wanted to sell it, was higher. Interesting. My car lease ended the same, way worth more at the end due to COVID and low vehicle inventory. The car I gave back had parts that they had on back order for over a year and were desperate to get those specific cars back. Huh. How fascinating.
You'll regret this.
Huh? Hey, how did you...
Money's weird, man.
Yeah, I get it. Dottie's no dummy. This is not good.
Yeah.
There. Eat this.
Dealerships like 2 years ago would give you 10K over on cars because there were supply chain issues with used cars. Huh. Is it okay? You like the music? I'm telling you. The Uematsu magic is there. It's nothing that's going to slap you in the face. But over like hours and hours of playing this, I was like, damn, this soundtrack is like really good. And really does have those
I saw potential in you.
cozy PS1 energies.
No mercy next time. Don't you forget it.
We'll gladly face you anytime you like.
Ta-ta for now.
Who were those people?
Quest? Well, they're gone now. Nimble Walrus. Thanks for the sub. Waka waka. Alright, let me go see what's at the top of the Sacred Sand Tower. I'll have a moment with Rena or whatever her name is. What is her name? Leo and... Okay, still haven't found it. Story. Kina. Took a minute.
Look over there. I can see the forest.
Forest?
That forest over there. Can't you see it? I used to live there a long time ago. Oh, there's a place in the forest where we can earn as much money as we want. It's not the kind of money they take in town, though.
So, it's not really money then?
So not money.
Owen says says it's not the money itself that has value, but the emotion behind it. So it's good enough for fortune telling.
What is it? Magical money? I don't think I get it, but if he'll accept it, then we may as well go get some.
He needs a token of your dedication, clearly. You gotta hear that world music.
That's a new one. Let's see what you got.
Ah, okay. The icon means it can be stolen. Got it.
Holy light!
Missed me.
Look at this backdrop, though. Battle scene. It's got that great tilt shift focus.
Yes.
It's kind of the, I mean, it's the Octopath look. A lot of HD 2D games use it. Dragon Quest 3 did, but it's like from actual photography though, which is pretty cool.
Here we go again. Let's see what you got.
Come on, magic!
Or they invested 10% of the new Indiana Jones game budget on their snake and fedora tech. Sounds like an Indiana Jones game, all right. High-tech snacks.
Just getting started.
Thanks. Wonder how long it takes for Indiana Jones to run into a snake. Will there be like a drawing of a snake at the very beginning and they'll be like, oh! Just so we know that they know?
Here we go again. Yeah.
Oh.
Ow.
The Joker has subbed for a stately 106 months and simply says we know. We do know they know we know.
Right?
Are those drums? Blade Runner drums? Can't save on the world map? My dog sees these wolves on screen and is barking every time. Dog is very astute. Thank you for protecting us. Look at these trees! Little wire trees.
It's almost like I never left. Still smells the same too.
And this girl and her smells.
Owen found me in this forest and took me in. We've been together ever since.
I see. Must have been a hard childhood.
No, I was happy. Every day was peaceful. But when I was little, I got carried away with my magic and did some harm. Owen was afraid it'd happen again. He thought a lot about how I could learn to control my magic better.
Magic, huh?
Magic.
These days, I'm much more confident at using magic to heal people and such. Owen taught me everything I know.
I'd like to see how hard you'd hit with some powerful offensive magic, though.
I don't know about that. I'm a bit scared to use it.
Oh, man.
He's timid. There's a heal or a save crystal up there. All right. I got to take a food break. I haven't had any food yet. Well, I had breakfast. I'm still eating through leftover turkey. I mixed that in with a couple of eggs. That was my breakfast. But now it's 4 o'clock. A little late for lunch. But the gaming was so strong today, and will continue to be fierce. Fuerza. Indiana Jones. After I eat, I'm going to use the time to download the game and microwave some chicken. Unless it's bad. Loofbox asks, do you know of any good free VPNs? Not really. I don't really mess with VPNs much. I usually in the US have the luxury of accessing all kinds of media. So not a lot of need for one from my perspective, but yeah, people in chat have some good recommendations, it seems like. All right, media tech break as usual while I stuff my face and download Indiana Jones. We'll be right back with some globe-trotting, Nazi-punching, it belongs in a museum adventures. See you soon, and thank you for watching.